Peace and love, family. Peace and love, family. All right, we're sitting here with three prolific brothers. You know, they doing big things in the community. Go ahead, brothers. Explain who you are, where you from, what you do. You know what I'm saying, to the people.
All right, well, my name is Brother T-Ben. From LA originally, grew up in Killeen, Texas. And you know, as of now, I represent a few different organizations in which our core organization is the Melanated Men of Action. And so our mission is to strengthen our communities through economical practices, social order, and political solutions. And so, you know, I'm here as a servant to my people. You know, strap these boots up, get to work, and, you know, change our conditions for the better.
Peace of Black Power families. Brother HOTEPMAG, host of Melanated and Illuminated podcast. PR representative for Melanated Men of Action, and also the Blacklist Association. From Houston, Texas, Harlem Clark, Southside. You know, represent for my people. You know, I'm just here, like my brother T-Ben said, to be a servant for the community, and also, you know, with me being a husband and me being a father, you know, that pushes me a lot to try to do something to lay the groundwork for the next generation.
Yeah, brother Oreo Luai, aka JD, Team Blacklist, MMOA. Just to piggyback off my brothers, I'm here for the same reason. Also, just to continue to work with the ancestors, make sure that, you know, I do my part to hold down my legacy.
How did the idea come about for Melanated Men of Action and Blacklist?
You know, I look at social media as something that we all engage in.
Right.
You know, we on social media a lot, and we get to a point of what we call consciousness and knowledge of self. And so, you know, at a certain point in time, you talk back and forth with brothers, and you vibe, and you're getting the right ideas about things, and you're agreeing with so much, and also disagreeing, and you say, you know, it come a point in time where it's time to put some action behind our word. You know, the initiative was to bring some brothers together, sit in a room, and say, let's organize. You know, let's put some things together, actually put some boots on the ground, as we say, and put our feet to the street, and take control of our situation. So.
It's the Blacklist Association. It actually started off as like mini cyphers, like in our garages, you know what I'm saying, at our house. We just having, you know, just sessions, just building. A few of our brothers just came up with a economic type of initiative, and we all just started to run with it. The basis of what Blacklist represents is the building of our economics in our communities. We're going to continue to practice economics and spread the message of economics through both our platforms.
And how does Blacklist fit into the whole paradigm of what you guys are doing?
At least for me, it kind of gives us both sides of the coin. You know, with Blacklist, that's when we want to focus more on our business initiatives and things like that. And then with Melanated Men of Action, that's more of our social-oriented organization. But, you know what I'm saying, they two sides of the same coin. And, you know, that we're actually putting together and being able to make work. And when we came together to form both organizations, one thing before we even discussed any plans or events and things like that, we were like, we gotta hold each other accountable for being men and being examples in our community. And you know, we even put together bylaws, you know, and we hold each other to that.
What do you see the future of Melanated Men of Action and Blacklist?
Because, you know, we do things for the future generations. You know, we always constantly push that what we do now, there's some things we reap benefits of today, but essentially it's laying that foundation. So we look to be, you know, to spread organizations to different areas where it's needed, you know, as far as the initiatives that we have in place with economics and social order, just to continue the ball roll. There's no such thing as really perfection. We can progress. There's progression. So just to keep progressing with what we're currently doing, but, you know, just doing our part. You know, 10 years down the line, you know, our conditions will be better, you know, but we got to keep doing it, putting in the work.
What do you want to see in the community amongst the leaders?
Well, I would want to see us bridging the gap. Bridging the gap as in our older generation to our younger generation. Because what we're missing is just that discussion. Like the older generation has a lot of ways that they want to keep, and the younger generation is that new energy, and we need that new energy. But somehow we got to bridge the gap where the leaders, the so-called leaders, has to pay attention to what the younger
generation is saying, right?
That's our warriors right now. Is our young generation. That's what I want to see.
For me, it's two things. One is I would like to see more leaders like limit their ego. You know, you see a lot of beef between organizations because it seems like people are fighting over the community like they're customers. Like it's Samsung and iPhone, and it's like you can't be in this territory because this is our territory. And that's, I believe, why, you know, with both of our organizations, we've been successful because we try not to come to the table with that mentality. We try to work with anybody. We try to go support other organizations and their initiatives, and then it comes right back around when it's our time. And the other thing I would like to see is in some of the organizations, you kind of see a drowning out or silencing of the women in the organization and their voices and their ideas.
Speak on that, brother.
And
Speak on that.
So, yeah, I would, you know, and just like we were talking about my, you know, we need that balance because, you know, one thing that I've seen being married and having daughters, you know, they see things that we don't see.
For myself, I would appreciate more, you know, from the ones who have the bigger spotlight, the ones who have a bigger audience, you know, when they go to the different cities and they give their perspective, their lectures, and, you know what I'm saying, they give their expertise to also get with the local organizations, the grassroots, to find out what's already being done, because a lot of things are being done and a lot of organizations aren't getting the recognition because it's tough to, you know, be in a local environment and say, hey, come out and support. But when we, as a people, we have that mentality to where somebody has a spotlight on them, has a audience, we listen to them more, you know. So if an individual is sitting in front of a people, thousands of people, they can say, hey, this is what's going on in your city right now. Get involved with that. If you're about liberation, get involved with that.
Yeah, shout out your websites, your email addresses, so the folks can hear you back at home. MMOA, melanatedmenaction.com. Our email address is contactmmoa@gmail.com.
You can check me out at melanatedandilluminated.com.
Okay.
On there, I have the links to the podcast that you can either look up on SoundCloud through Melanated and Illuminated, or also on YouTube. I also have links to both Blacklist and Melanated Men of Action websites on there. And I'm also going to have one for HOTEP Magazine.
That's right.
But yeah, just you can look me up, brother. iTunes Raw on Facebook. You can get at me on Twitter at Will Say Whatever. And, you know, get down.
All right.
With the Blacklist Association, is that the Blacklist Association on Facebook, Blacklist.org on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay. The Blacklist Houston.
The Blacklist Houston.
.org.
Yeah,
we just switched it.
It's all good. It's all good.
But one point I would just like to make for the community that's listening and viewing is the fact that since we are an economic-based initiative, if anyone has any black-owned business that they know in the community, please reach out to us on our Facebook page. And for patrons that are looking for black-owned businesses, you can always use our hashtag #AskBlacklistHOU. That's hashtag #AskBlacklistHOU. That way we can get back with you with what you may need.
Peace. Hotel.
Black Power, baby.